Would you be my? It's the done, I still got a lot of shit to learn, I'll admit it. It's the done, I still got a lot of shit.
KK Empire, back with another video. We're doing Don the Sauce, my worst breakup story. Drop a comment down below. Let's know your worst breakup story, but don't be getting all too sentimental on us because we're not therapists.
It was June 30th, 5 p.m. and
I remember like it was yesterday. We don't want to hear this. Just say briefly how you broke up. That's it. All right. And if you watch this video right now, don't forget to hit that like button and that subscribe button. Yeah, both of them. And yeah, let's get into it.
I know I just said I'm sorry I ever doubted you, but it would just give me so much peace of mind if I saw your Skype messages. So then I was like, I'm so
His videos is always like a funny, you guys.
I'd like to thank today's sponsors, the mobile app, War Robots. A 6v6 strategic multiplayer game where you get to choose the robot that best matches your style of gameplay, where your goal is to either destroy all the robots on the opposite team, or you capture all the beacons/flags. This game has amazing HD graphics and has been downloaded over 90 million times. That's 30 million new people since they last sponsored me about a month ago. It's always been updated with new robots, mods, and maps. So use my link in the description down below and download the game today, which is the best way to support my channel. And also, you get an exclusive starter pack with one bow robot, which is known in the game for having a ton of health, which makes it very hard to kill, with an exclusive skin pack as well as a full set of weapons, 100 gold, and 400,000 silver. I am super grateful to War Robots. They've been sponsoring me for some time now and, you know, has really helped me to grow my business. So, do me a favor and go ahead and try out the game. If you like mobile games, there's a good chance you like this one too. 90 million people can't be wrong.
Okay.
You remember high school relationships? That was terrible. I mean, it was a great experience, zero regrets, had a lot of fun, learned a lot of lessons, but for sure show. But I mean, how could it not be? I mean, grown middle-aged adults struggle to maintain healthy relationships. How is a 16-year-old boy with raging hormones and no life experience supposed to navigate the delicate and complicated matters of the heart? But that's what happens when you put hundreds of thousands of horny teenagers in a box for 7 hours a day, 5 days a week. And that's what happened to me. At 16 years old, I truly fell in love for the first time. And I had the stereotypical passionate, fiery, and drama-filled relationship that is all too common in high school. And like most of those relationships, it ended in a fucking inferno of pain and sorrow. So let's talk about that. I was 16 years old and it was a summer break between my junior and senior year. It was actually the first day of the SAT exams and I was standing outside of the testing center as we awaited for the test to begin. That was the first time I saw her, Taylor, or at least that's what we'll call her. She was this half Chinese, half Cuban girl, absolutely beautiful, with one of the biggest, brightest smiles I had ever seen. Instantly, I was in love with this girl. So I go over and introduce myself, and right away we hit it off. We talked for a little bit, exchanged numbers, and then before you know it, we were up all night texting and talking on the phone. All the signs of young love were in the air. Fast forward a couple months later, and your boy is in his first real, full-fledged relationship. And if I had to use one word to describe it, passionate. And we both leaned in pretty fucking hard. Like, we were meeting up between classes just to make out. I can't even tell you about the things we were doing, just the most ridiculous places. In the back of movie theaters, hotel bathrooms, in the car line waiting to pick up her little brother from middle school.
Dang.
It was crazy. But it wasn't all sunshine and roses, my friend. Oh no. It was messy. I mean, the fighting, it was intense, and the rules we put on each other, absolutely ridiculous, and always grounded in immature jealousy. Like, we were the look at each other's text messages kind of couple. I mean, if I even saw another dude talking to Taylor for too long, I turned into a fucking caveman. Definitely not. She didn't play games either, man. I remember this one time she had her girlfriend drop me home after school, and then she sent a string of text messages that went something like this.
What the?
But we really did love each other. I believe that. And although it was a roller coaster and the lows were low, the highs were very high. But eventually, like all roller coasters must do, it came to an abrupt end. So one day, close to the end of senior year, Taylor was dropping me home after school when she turned to me and said, "Hey, let me see your phone." Now, by this time, this was a routine procedure, so I gladly handed her my phone because I thought I had nothing to hide. So she starts going through my phone, and first she goes to the text messages. So I'm like, "See, babe, you know I'm good to you." And then she's like, "Let me see your Facebook messages." So I showed her my Facebook messages. So I'm sitting there, and I'm like, "Come on, babe, you know I'm not talking to any other girls." So then she's like, I know, I just want to make sure. Here, let me see your WhatsApp messages." So then I show her those, and then I'm like, "Okay, are you satisfied now? I mean, there are literally no more things to check." So finally, she's like, "Okay, yes, there's nothing to see on your phone. I'm sorry I doubted you." So then I'm like, "Thank you. Damn, girl. I mean, come on. I love you, babe. I would never do anything to hurt you." So then she's like, I know, I love you too. You know, it's just... sometimes I think too much about it." So then I'm like, "It's okay, babe. I get it. Just don't worry about it, alright? Text me when you get home, okay? I'll see you tomorrow." And then right as I'm opening the door, she says, "Hey, you use Skype, right?" So then I'm like,
Nope.
Yeah, what's up? I know I just said I'm sorry I ever doubted you, but it would just give me so much peace of mind if I saw your Skype messages." So then I was like, I am so funny. So a little backstory. Now, I don't keep in touch with most of the people I went to school with in Jamaica. I don't use Facebook because it's stupid now, and I also wasn't that close with a lot of my friends back there to begin with. But there was like a handful of people that I still kept in touch with, two of which are girls. Now, one of them may or may not have technically been an ex-girlfriend, and the other one may or may not have been the girl I took to prom for high school in Jamaica. But it's not as bad as it sounds. The first girl, she was my girlfriend in like the 7th grade, okay? We were like 12. We didn't even kiss, so it wasn't like
16.
The second girl, we were just friends. I mean,
That's
I shot my shot. Don't get me wrong, but also we were never intimate with each other. But we all stayed pretty close, so I would text these girls pretty often through Skype. But believe me when I say that the conversations were 100% innocent. These girls were just my friends. But I knew that if Taylor saw these enormous strings of text messages to these girls back in Jamaica, a place where I visit every year, she was gonna lose her shit. Yeah. Regardless of whether or not the texts were out of pocket. And to be fair, I probably would have reacted the exact same way. So now she's getting suspicious because she could sense my hesitation. So she's like, "Don, show me your Skype." And I'm looking at her and I'm like, "Babe, come on. This is getting ridiculous. Well, why don't you trust me?" So then she's like, "I'm not trusting you because you're obviously hiding something. So show me your Skype." So now I'm sweating because I was pretty sure that if she saw these messages, she was never gonna speak to me again. So now I'm like, "Babe, please, let's just drop it." But baby girl wasn't having it, man. She was like, "Are you going to show me your messages or not?" Well, no.
Nope.
She was like, "Excuse me?" So then I was like, I said, I'm coming. So then she's like, "Don, if you don't show me your Skype messages right now, I am breaking up with you." So there I was, cornered with nowhere left to turn. I unlocked my phone, pull up my Skype inbox, and I handed her the phone. So she takes the phone, looks at the messages, and I'm like, yeah, this relationship is over.
She just got the car.
There was no way she was going to let this slide. So in a final effort to save my relationship, I was like, "Babe, it's not what you think it is. These are my friends. I wasn't trying to hide anything from you, but I know how you feel about this. I promise I'm not up to anything. Just read the text, see for yourself." But she just sat there in silence, furious. Eventually she turns to me and then she says, "Find out what happens next time because
it's empty, I bet."
I didn't have enough time to animate the rest of the story. But, spoiler alert, I will tell you, this isn't why we broke up. Oh no, this show is just getting started. It gets really bad from here.
I gotta see the next episode. I'm not playing. He gets kind of like that. I knew something was up when we saw that 9-minute video. We knew something was up. I just want to get the second one. I just want to get this is part 2. I'm gonna look to see if there's part 2.
No, he cut it off like that. I was like, okay. Yeah, I didn't think, I mean, if she goes to the text message and didn't see nothing, I mean, what is she gonna break up with the boy?
I feel like it was empty. Because of how he said he just started talking before.
No, not empty. He said it was stuff there, but
I don't know. What if he accidentally deleted it? Because she didn't say nothing about the messages. She said he just started explaining himself before she even got to say anything that she saw anything. So, I don't know.
She was in the wrong.
What? I ain't got time for this. Anyways, go ahead and like this video. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And we will see you guys in hopefully part 2 of this video to see what happened between Don the Sauce and this girl.
Alright.
And it done. We still got a lot of shit to learn, just admit it. And it done. We still got a lot of shit to learn, don't you get it?